everyone, and welcome to our game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from vipersocks, and he is in the Gremyashchy, a tier 5 premium Russian destroyer. He is on the map Big Race in a standard battle, and he's top tier, which is very nice for this little seal clubbing machine. There are 3 destroyers per team. There is a carrier around. Now carriers aren't that dangerous to destroyers because they can't manually drop at the slow tiers, but they can still spot you, and I guess that spotting can be equally dangerous. But at least they are not directly farming you. Now vipersocks, the player here, has been one of my earliest subscribers. He also has a small YouTube channel and he uploaded the same replay there without voice commentary, so if you prefer just the pure gameplay, I will link that. Anyway, so we are in a standard battle at the start of this match. She is remaining here in the north. The destroyers, the friendly ones, are pretty spread out and they are basically spotting on all fronts, so that's a good thing. He might also be in a good position to get some torpedoes off at this Miyogi. Then again, not sure if the Miyogi will stay floating long enough for those torpedoes to actually arrive. So he's spreading out his torpedoes a little bit because it's not sure what this guy is going to do, but I expect him to sink anyway. Now with his smoke here deployed, he can also just use his guns, and the Gremyashchy has some nice gun power. Also got a fire started in here. I think this battleship will go down soon. Now one enemy destroyer has also been taken care of, so the friendly team is already starting here with a nice lead, and there we have another fire. So looks like good fire energy so far. It also looks like this Britannia came here all alone, which is not a very good idea. Now I mean, this map is pretty small, but you never want to sail into a big force all on your lonesome. This Britannia should have turned around when he saw the other battleship here lost, but then again, in lower tiers, well, you can expect even less tactics. I mean, it's not like the people play that much better in higher tiers, it's just that in lower tiers it's a lot more expected, I suppose. And a lot more understandable. So, meanwhile, friend is also lost 2 ships, so teams are almost equal, I suppose. There is a large push happening here in the south. So I guess the friendlies here can make a choice. They can either push hard on the enemy cap or they can try to reinforce the south. And again, it's slow tiers, it's a very small map. It still takes the slow battleships a while to reposition, but like a destroyer you can basically react to anything happening here. There are also still quite a few defenders around. So the friendly cap shouldn't be an issue. Now vipersocks here is moving towards the center and is most likely looking for some more targets for his torpedoes. If Phoenix, while technically in range, is sailing away unless he turns a lot more chances of hitting this guy up below. But there is a Kaiser coming this way, so there is some potential for that. There are also some planes nearby, but friendly carrier seems to be taking care of that. Now here he has loaded armor piercing because he sees the broadside of a Phoenix. And here come the citadels. Now, there are currently 2 ships aiming at him, but I don't think it's that much of an issue. He is still at full health. And they aren't that close. Although somebody took quite a big chunk out of him. So probably a battleship. But yeah. That Kaiser, looks like that Kaiser was fairly accurate for that distance and did a boatload of damage. So he's smoking up here, switching back to high explosive, and hopefully he will start a few fires. Our friendly team is still 1 ship ahead, but the enemy push is nearing the friendly cap circle. Again, vipersocks here is close enough to help with the defense. There is an Isukaza here who will harass them with torpedoes. Not sure how well the Britannia will fare here, especially since he is broadside to a lot of enemies. But we shall find out. So this Julio might be sailing into a few torpedoes here. He's going with wider spreads. I personally prefer small ones, but we shall see how they work out. Now there's a destroyer here, and since the Gremyashchy is a great gunboat, he is more than willing to engage. Let's hope that not too many battleships are punishing him here. Also, with a low health Isokaze next to him, I guess the enemies are focusing on the easy Isokaze instead of him. Now I assume he just switched to the torpedoes here to better evaluate the speed of the Nicholas. And it looks like they are sinking the enemy destroyer here. Isokaze went down as well. That's unfortunate, but nothing to be done about it. And you know, suddenly it looks like the enemy team actually has gained a lead here. Also, they are currently blocking the friendly cap, while they aren't capping anytime soon. The friendly teams are no longer getting points, so the enemy is getting ahead there. This would matter if it comes down to the time. The clock runs out, then the team with more points wins. We will see if it comes to that. Now, friendly Langley here is... well, I guess he has lingered a little bit too much here. He could have gone towards the corner. I mean, we knew that the enemy was pushing for a while here. And I'm afraid that Langley will soon be done for. Because he's still under fire and he has like 400 hit points. Now, friendly Julio here is coming back to defend, which is nice. We have a Congo still up there in the corner. Let's take a look at this Congo. Pretty full health Congo. Congo is not coming back. I guess he's aggressively moving here. Now, meanwhile, vipersocks is deploying his smoke and he is unloading the armor piercing into this Königsberg with great success. There's one more kill. Next up, an Isokaze. He's switching back to high explosive. And enemy is slowing down quite a lot. Is he deploying smoke here? I'm not exactly sure what this Isokaze's plan is. He is spotted because of the planes. I mean, the carrier might be gone, but there are still planes around and it looks like the planes keep this guy spotted. So he's just sitting there. Did he disconnect? I don't know, I mean... we'll never know what went on in the head of this Isokaze, or if it was just a technical problem. But good for the friendlies. So, ship-wise they are about even. But points-wise the enemy has quite a bit of a lead. Now the friendly cruiser here coming back to defend is almost down and is unfortunately going down right now. But we do have torpedoes on the way against the Congo. Fortunately the Congo is already turning. Now here he's only used one launcher because he wasn't sure what the Congo was up to. So he keeps the second in reserve. Now he's going towards a small spread and... oh, he's going for a big spread again. Now since his smoke ran out, he has to get away here and oh, unfortunately there is a zone wall in his way. So torpedoes are on the way. They might get a hit or they might not. I think there's a possibility for one hit. He hasn't quite escaped the spotting range of the Congo and there he goes, one hit. Now this Congo has a fire and a flooding. And vipersocks almost managed to make it into concealment. There you go. No longer spotted. There is no reason to shoot this Congo because this Congo seems to be going down with the flooding. Unless that Congo gets damage control or a heal ready, he is going down. Meanwhile, vipersocks finds himself alone despite a solid performance so far with 100,000 damage and 4 ship kills. He found himself alone against 4, now against 3 enemies. And yeah, not looking too good points-wise either. Now on the bright side, there is no destroyer left, so nothing too sneaky, he can outspot them all. And well, first up we have a battleship. That battleship knows that he is spotted, so he should know that the destroyer might potentially launch torpedoes his way. So we will see if he is taking evasive action, or if he's sailing in a straight line. Now currently, vipersocks can't really launch his torpedoes just yet. I mean, once the battleship gets unspotted, like right now, he should already know, or at least could guess where this destroyer was. Now vipersocks is his best guess here. I mean, there is nobody here for him to spot, and he can't wait for this battleship to sail around this corner, so the torpedoes are on his way. They're on their way, and he is on his way towards the cap to defend against the Phoenix. On the bright side, he can outspot the Phoenix. On the not so bright side, there is a big island in there, and the Phoenix might hide. And look at that, there comes the Cesare. And there goes the Cesare. So it's alone against 2. Now the carrier might technically be a huge problem because he could spot him with planes, but we haven't seen planes in a while now, so it's possible that the enemy carrier just is out of planes, which would make this awesome. Now he still has to sink a Phoenix, and we last spotted the Phoenix so he somewhere around this island. So it's likely that the Phoenix is waiting around somewhere on the other side of this island. There is a little under 6 minutes left to play. And vipersocks isn't winning this by points. Even if he takes out the Phoenix, he has to take out the Langley afterwards, or he has to cap. Now, of course, if the Langley is out of planes, the only chance the Langley has is to hide somewhere and survive, and hope he wins by points. So, all comes down to, can vipersocks deal with the Phoenix, and if he can't deal with the Phoenix, then how much time will he have left to take the enemy cap? Now he is slowly approaching this island. He could have gone around in the north and taking a more safe approach, try to make a large circle and spot the Phoenix. But you know, time's against him. He doesn't really have the time to play it completely safe here, because otherwise he will just lose, so he has to take some risks. So he's coming around this corner. Torpedoes are ready, and he is hoping to surprise the Phoenix and take her out rather quickly. And there she is, and well, it looks like this is going to end in a gunfight. Phoenix's guns were not pointing this way, and with a few citadels gets dealt with. Now he is using his speed boost because he really needs to get into the cap, and I think at this point they want to slow it up. Now what he's doing here is just sailing towards the enemy cap, racing against time. He actually needs to get in there and start capping, or it late, or he could also find the carrier. That would work too. So it takes, well, okay, there is the carrier. Now he could have won by capping with a few seconds left, I suppose, if the carrier weren't blocking the cap. So the carrier is here with no planes, and let's just face it, at this tier not very good secondaries. So, well, this carrier is going down. And here we are with the results. vipersocks earned himself 2530 base experience. And yeah, he certainly carried this to victory. He earned himself 2 devastating strikes, a Confederate, a Kraken, a solo warrior, and a high caliber. He scored 171,000 points of damage and sunk 7 enemies. And, well, I mean, it was seal clubbing. It was really an impressive performance nonetheless. It was an exciting game, in my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I'll see you guys next time.